I've recently installed sequential LED indicators on my VW Golf, and I've been amazed by how many people have been really interested in it. So obviously I've taken a second set of lights out of my Golf to put the new ones in, and I thought what I'd do is I would try and give people an overview of what I've done on a video. I've also written up a how-to on my blog. I will try and show you on here as well. First thing you really need to do is, when you've got your light out, is remove this gasket, and you'll see in behind the plastic areas here that are in the way. As you can see, if I turn the light around, your indicator runs the complete length of the light. Although if you look very, very carefully, you'll notice that area there and that area there you can't really get to because it's actually sealed. Well, it's not sealed, but there is nowhere to get to. But if you look into the light, you see if you were to put the LED in as you are, you would really struggle to get your fingers into pushing the LED. So the next thing I did was I decided I wanted to make it look tidy and make it look worthwhile, for want of a better way. So I decided that if I was to mimic the cutout shape here, mimic it here, here, and also have a cutout there. I'll show you a photo of one of them earlier. What I've done here is use a tire pen just to quickly mark off where I will be cutting away with a Dremel. This is just a normal indicator bulb, and this is how I'm going to make my tail light power. So I'm literally going to wrap it into some protection, take an hammer, and would you believe it? It don't want to break. It did that time. Carefully unwrap that. I'm going to have to clean that up. I'll bring it out to the camera. I'll focus that in. You can see there, your left, a bit of broken glass there. That'll be taken off very carefully, and I'll make sure that's absolutely clean, because the last thing I want to do, put that more in focus, last thing I want to do is cut people's fingers. But you'll notice the elements there. Now the element, believe it or not, literally gravitate. There it is, it's gone. Now you need to find out which is positive and which is negative. As you can see now, I've smashed the glass. It needs cleaning up properly, because you don't want to cut your fingers on it when you insert it into the bulb holder. And you have two wires that are connected to the filament. You just need to identify which is positive and which is negative. I did this using a multimeter. Obviously your positive is your center pin and your negative is the earth shield. Once you have that, solder on some wires, and I use heat shrink to tidy it up. Pure Blue Peter mode. Here's one I prepared earlier. Now you'll notice if you look into the base of it, I filled it with epoxy glue just to give it a bit of substance. So if you look in the one I've just opened, there's a little bit of a bevel in there, and you can't get all that glass out. You can clean up a lot of the glass, but you can't get it all out. So by putting the epoxy in, just tidies it up and makes it a little bit safer. If I just show you that one again, you can see. And that is, safe now. You can run your finger along that. Okay, the next bit is how I wire the bulb to the resistor, then to the LED. This is a bit of a mock-up because obviously I've got no LEDs at the moment. I'm waiting for them to arrive. So we've made our bulb holder, power supply. Now, then once we're doing that, we use these 50 watt 6 ohm resistors. They're wired across the positive and negative feed, and then this is the wire that you will have with your LEDs. Now the LEDs will be for indicators and side lights aimed at the front. The yellow is the indicator, the black is the ground, the red is the side light. So that would come back to the sequential LED, as you can see. This is obviously not connected, but that's what it would sort of look like. Until I can use some more LEDs, I can't actually show that part, but I think you get the idea. The actual plastic that comes with the LED, you will see, is stuck with hot glue. I think the best way to do it, I've actually removed this already, but literally I found it was quite easy just to pick that one off, and inside there was hot glue just on the inside, just holding in the actual LED strip. Once I'd removed that bit of glue, they slid out, because obviously one end would have been connected to the wiring, and you'll see that they would be connected like that, so they just slid out in the direction of the wire. Now you would have to cut down your LEDs because they'll be too long. 30 centimeters is too long. Now if I just bring in a tape measure here, you should be able to see that I've cut approximately 8.5 centimeters off, and that's pretty much a perfect fit. But it's not quite as easy as just chopping a length off. This is going to be quite hard to show you, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to under this light. But what I'm going to do is I've got a magnifying glass above. We're going to bring it down. See if we can film through the magnifying glass. It's a bit strange, this. See if I can focus. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can zoom in. What I'm trying to show you is the tracks on the back of the LED. See if I can get some light. I think we can just about see it there. You can just about see the tracks. Now, as you're going along, you will notice that they form a pattern. And there, you can see the pattern ends. I'm just going to see if I can point that out to you. So it becomes a little bit, because I'm zooming in so much. You'll see that the track ends there. Now, I noticed when you turn over, there's a pattern actually on them. So you'll see your two resistors, and there's one resistor. Then there'll be two resistors. Well, there's only one there because that's where it ends. That's the actual end. But if we go the other way, so we got one. Well, that would have been two. There. 1, 2, 1, And then too, if I just come out a bit so you can see the pattern maybe a bit better there. Now, I very, very carefully worked out the length, and you'll notice, I don't know if it's going to be the same on all, but we had, where the two ends, it's an orange LED and a resistor and a white LED, same place. Now, if you come up to the double, you'll see there's an orange and a white, and then there's an actual line there where I've marked, and then that's where you would cut in between the two. If we come up a bit further, you have the single, then you'd have had the double again. You've got the orange and the white. Now I've marked the white on this one because this is where I was working, and that's where I've cut it to. And I notice it's on the 470, and it would be on the 470 there because that's a 131. So if you come there, see it's a 470 again. So maybe it is after every 470 resistor that the cut can be made. Don't take my word for it. Observe the underside of the circuitry and make sure you are absolutely positive. If I go along there, you can sort of see the pattern. It stops. There's an area there where it stops, and you just got the outside tracks, and then it starts off again there. Don't understand what you're doing here, you need to ask them. Once you've inserted all the parts into the light, you can then refit the light, and the light works really, really well. Just that's with the central lock-in. Hopefully you like what I've done. If you do, give my video a like, please. You know, even maybe subscribe, because I'm sure I'm going to do other bits and pieces. Thank you.